Hey everyone, Road Breach here, and today we're taking a look at the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Like I brought up in my Rise of the Trailers video, this movie looks incredibly cheap. The animatronics are very clearly actors in suits, and it's clear that they needed to cheat with some shots. Like whenever Foxy moves around, they can't have him entirely on screen. I feel like the cheap production kinda hampers the scares. There's one kill in the movie that was so ridiculous that people laughed at it. I also have to ask how the cupcake moves around. It doesn't have legs of any kind, so I just have to assume it has wheels we don't see. But what about the story? Well, the story is about Mike Schmidt trying to find out who took his brother when he was a kid. Mike keeps having this reoccurring dream of his brother getting kidnapped when they were kids, and his dreams become far more vivid when he's at the pizzeria. But he also has a little sister named Abby who he needs to support so she doesn't go back with their aunt who she doesn't like. Mike comes across as an asshole in the beginning because he got fired from the security gig he had before he applies to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza because he beat up some kid's father because he thought he was a kidnapper. But I did end up liking him because he tries to do what he can for his sister. He also realizes that he has to let go because he can't change the past and save his brother. I also have to say that despite the production being cheap, I do appreciate that the animatronics are mostly accurate to the game, with the only exception being Bonnie. He's purple in the game, but he's blue in the movie. It's a weird change, but it's not that big a deal. I also appreciate that the mechanics of some of these animatronics are explained, like the fact that they run on lithium-ion cells. Now, I'm going to start spoiling things here, so skip to here if you don't want things spoiled before you go into this movie. Vanessa is in this movie, and she knows about the case of the murdered kids and the restaurant because it's revealed that she's William Afton's daughter. I'm pretty sure she's not his daughter in the games, but it adds this power dynamic where she can't tell anyone about William's misdeeds because he has control over the animatronics and they're pretty strong. The children possessing the animatronics listen to William because of a picture that's prominently displayed in a collage of drawings that depicts him as a friend. Though I think if I was murdered as a child, I would very much remember that because it seems like something that would be very hard to forget. Before I go, I do want to talk about some of the cameos. MatPat from Game Theory and Corey Kenshin make cameos in this movie, and MatPat even says his iconic catchphrase, which everyone in the theater cheered for. Unfortunately, Markiplier wasn't in this movie, but the Living Tombstone song is here, and it plays over the credits, which I think is very cool. Ultimately, I don't think Five Nights at Freddy's is a good horror movie, but I do think it is a good movie. Be sure to tell me what you thought of Five Nights at Freddy's, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching, and gotta zoom.